The BNP have probably been appearing a lot in your life lately. They're all over the news. This is largely due to their acquisition of 2 seats in the European Parliament. I was watching the news myself, and the BBC were in Barnsley, an area of strong BNP support, and they were asking voters why they voted for the BNP. And many gave the reason that the BNP are only saying what we're all thinking. However, what the BNP say and what the BNP actually mean are 2 very different things. Since taking power, Nick Griffin, a man convicted of racial hatred, has tirelessly tried to rebrand the BNP, trying to shed their skinhead racist appearance and going for more of an intellectual far-right party similar to those in Europe. Yet their policies have stayed exactly the same. The BNP is an undeniably racist party, something that they like to deny. However, a quick look at their policies proves this to be false. One of the BNP's main policies is the repatriation of all first and second generation immigrants. This is what Nick Griffin calls race freedom. The immigrants will be given generous incentives, as the BNP calls them, to leave the country. In other words, the BNP want to pay them to get out of our country. However, if this doesn't go to plan, the BNP have a contingency plan to then forcibly remove them if not enough of them take up the generous incentives. Those left behind that aren't what the BNP deem as the perfect Briton, i.e. not white and or can't trace their lineage back to Oliver Cromwell, will then be treated like second-class citizens. If they go for a job and a white person also goes for that job, then no matter what their qualifications are, they will be seen as second to that white person. Also, if they want to marry someone that is white, this will also be disallowed. Wait a minute, do the BNP just hate Muslims? You could be forgiven for thinking that. However, this is generally due to Nick Griffin's rebranding of the BNP. In recent years, because of 9/11 and the bombings in London, our nation has developed a fear and, in some cases, a hate of Muslims. So the BNP put them as their poster child for all that is wrong with Britain. The truth is, Muslims aren't a violent faith, nor are they all extremist terrorists. However, the BNP have tried to rebrand them as this. Nick Griffin himself is quoted as saying, Al-Qaeda is the true face of Islam. Many have blamed the BNP's success in Europe on it being a protest vote. People have seen the BNP and thought, I'm disillusioned with the main parties, and what they're saying is what I'm thinking. However, the BNP's clever rebranding hides a lot of their more sinister, darker policies. Ironically, the BNP won its seats in the European Parliament around the time of the 65th anniversary of the ending of World War II. Remember, Britain, we've fought the Nazis once, and I don't think we should have to do it again. So at the next election, be it general, local or European, have a little think about who you're going to vote for. And if you're thinking about voting for the BNP, please can you have a little deeper look at their policies, and perhaps maybe then you'll change your mind. The BNP aren't going to go away any day soon, and throwing eggs at them isn't going to help either. The only way we're going to get rid of the BNP is to highlight them for what they really are. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the BNP, down there, and we can all have a good discussion about why the BNP aren't correct for our country. Or, alternatively, you can try and sway my thoughts and prove why the BNP is right for our country. I'm open to your views. Obviously, if you want to share this video with other people, that'd be great too, because the more we talk about it, the more we're going to realise how silly we were for ever letting them get into our political arena.